Welcome back to Coaching Chief. We are back on example 2. A car traveling at 35 meters per second for 10 seconds is then brought to rest in 7 seconds. Draw a velocity time graph for the motion. So here they are telling us that a car is traveling at a velocity of 35 meters per second. So if you draw your velocity time graph and you put here the velocity, that is meters per second, put here the time. Actually, you can use the letter V to represent the velocity. You can use the letter T to represent the time. So if you come and have a value of 35 meters per second as the velocity we are starting with, but then the question is telling us that this velocity has been maintained for 10 seconds. So it implies that this car is keeping this velocity for 10 seconds. So at the instant where we are starting from a 0, we are going to count 7 seconds and we keep this velocity constant for 7 seconds. From there, it is then brought to rest uniformly in 7 seconds. Brought to rest means it is taken to a velocity of a 0. So if this is the starting value on the velocity as a 0, the velocity 0 is here on the velocity axis. You're going to accelerate your graph. Please make sure you're using a ruler because this is supposed to be a straight line. Even here, make sure you're using a ruler when you're sketching your graph. That is part A of the question. We are done drawing the velocity time graph. Don't cram that velocity time graphs are always straight, no. It is the question that told me that this velocity was maintained for 10 seconds. So let's look at part B of the question, calculating the deceleration. Now, if we are to calculate the deceleration, we need to look at the part which is corresponding to the deceleration. And this is the part that is corresponding to the deceleration. So in this part, our starting velocity is here and our final velocity is here. So our starting velocity is going to be 35 because this is where a car starts to decelerate. Then our stopping velocity is going to be a 0 and the time they said in 7 seconds. So on the time axis, this is going to be 14, such that the difference is 7. So this is 7 seconds. Why are we putting 7 seconds? Such that the time difference is the 7 seconds. So the right equation we are using, that is equation 1. I guess by now you know the reason why. This is a 0, we are substituting a u is 35 plus the acceleration times the 7. So this gives us negative 35 is equal to 7a, and this gives us a as negative 5 meters per second square. So from there you can see that our deceleration, when you write in deceleration, you write it as a positive value. Don't forget to write the correct units. Part 3 of our question. Part 3 of our question, they're asking us to find the distance covered. Now the distance covered, we have already seen that it is the same as the area under the velocity time graph. Distance is equal to the area under the graph. Which kind of a graph? It is a velocity time graph. So this is the same as area of part 1 plus area of part 2. So the area of part 1 is this, and this is a square, as you can see. We don't know whether it is a square, but it looks to be a square or a rectangle or whatever, but the area will be this length times this width. So the length times the width plus this shape here is a rectangle, a triangle. So the area will be a half times the base times the height. So our length in this case, that is 7 minus 0, which is 7 times the width, which is 35. So that is the area of part 1, length times the width. So this is the part 1 area, plus the area of part 2, which is a half, times the base, which is the 7. Look at the difference, which is a 7, times the height, which is 35, and this is the same as